It's been a really fun 24 hours, you guys. I've met a lot of fun people the last couple days. He's a nice enough guy. I don't know why he wanted to box me, but he's a nice enough guy. But yeah, no, I don't really know much about the guy, but he's a nice enough guy. I know that he lets men partake on his woman, or he has, and I hope he stopped that, and I hope that I've helped him see the light with that.
And so I saw her, I've seen her other men, and it's just like, that was...
You've seen it?
Yeah.
You know, I just tried to do the Lord for him. I tried to do a mentor to the kids. So...
Back to Hot Hit Productions, the MMA channel of unpopular opinion. Please click some buttons. Bitch ass for your discretion is advised. This is a video about Sean Strickland's YouTube content. If you don't like it, you didn't have to click on it, but you did, didn't you? So here we are, and I appreciate you. Alright, time to do another one of my favorite kinds of videos. Time to do a Sean Strickland video. He's dropped a piece of content on his YouTube channel where he's wearing a purple house coat and drinking out of a yellow coffee cup, Sean Strickland style. And the video itself is very much a public service announcement to clear the air on a bunch of rumors that have been circulating about Sean Strickland. And it's absolute gold. Before breaking down the video, I want to say that the video definitely looked like he had some help with the production. If I had to guess, I would say the idea came from his girl, and I'm wondering if she helped with the production and the editing, or if he had help maybe from somebody that helps him with the Man Dance show that he does with Chris Curtis. If anyone has any info, if anyone's heard any more details about that, please let me know in the comments. He started it off with talking about his face-off with Donald Trump. He said he was pleasantly surprised. He enjoyed meeting Donald Trump. He thought he was very genuine and authentic. Sean Strickland's got a great sense of humor. He threw in a little bit of a shameless plug for Trump and his election coming up. He said that he would like to run a rally for Donald Trump. That was surprising. You could definitely get a lot of attention doing that. That was well played. In a little bit of a strategic maneuver, he said that Trump's people are his people. He likes Trump's people. He pointed out how when Trump talks and with Trump, there's no black and white. It's just America. The only one thing that I'll say on that, if I were to have a slight disagreement with that statement, I would just say obviously Sean Strickland's never heard about the wall between Mexico and the United States. That is all. Something Sean Strickland said that stood out to me that I really liked was he said that Steiny from Full Send Podcast asked him why he showed Donald Trump so much respect, and Sean Strickland said he told Steiny, and I really like that. Effectively, he's putting an end to the beef between him and Jake Paul. He said on the video, everybody knows that they can't fight. Dana White knows that they can't fight. Jake Paul knows that they can't fight. Strickland knows that they can't fight. But what can happen is Jake Paul can hop on his jet and meet Strickland in the desert, and they can have a little powwow, as Strickland said. I really don't think Jake Paul's going to take him up on that offer, but that puts that to bed, doesn't it? After that, he started to get into the Sneeko sparring session, explaining a little bit about what happened there and defending all the criticism that he's getting online, which is complete bullshit if you ask me. And he started to go on to how he feels about influencers. By now we all know how he feels about influencers, but he did take the time to explain how he differentiates influencers compared to his fans and the regular everyday people. He said that they're leeches, a majority of their target audience is children, and he's just not into it. It's not the way that we do things in the MMA world. That's that. Basically, Strickland said a man wanted to fight and he got beat up. I believe that he has respect for Sneeko now, but he did say, quote and unquote, if Forrest wouldn't have jumped in, I would have taken your life if I could have. I love Sean Strickland, man. Yes, sir. Of course, he weighed in on meeting MGK, calling him a vampire and a weirdo. He's really taken back by how he landed Megan Fox, of course, from Transformers. That's the last thing he remembers from her. And then he was face to face with her and Machine Gun Kelly dressed like a eccentric fucking asshole. After talking about MGK again, he circled right back to influencers, basically saying that he believes MGK is an influencer, which in sort he is as a celebrity, but as a musician, I wouldn't call him an influencer. So I think Sean Strickland has a little bit of confusion in his mind about influencers and celebrities. But that's cool because he's Sean Strickland. The final thing that he said about influencers is that they're selfish. They don't care about anything but themselves. They just want the clicks and they don't care about America. When talking about Power Slap and how he ran into MGK at the event, he said that the event is run by influencers. That I believe. You couldn't pay me enough money to go to one of those Power Slap events and suffer through it. I've still only seen a couple slaps when they were getting ready to come out with the Power Slap, and that was enough for me. I haven't watched any since. As he started to get ready to wrap up his video, he started talking about how much he appreciates the fans. He said it's been a hell of a ride, and then we're going to keep on rocking until the wheels fall off. Or until he ends up in prison. And in other non-related news, I really relate to Sean Strickland's views. Almost all of them. Anyways, he said he's going to be staying in his house a lot more lately because apparently Dana White says he can't be around other humans. And in conclusion, I gotta say, great production. He had his dirt bike behind him. He had his guitar leaned up against a chair, tools all over the kitchen counter. I believe that the video was very well put together. You can tell when you're watching the video the way that there's a lot of editing that had to be done. Probably a lot of outtakes, I imagine. But luckily they have the camera set up well, and the video looks great. It's really well done. We salute Sean Strickland. I'm sure I've already done it in the past, but once again, Hothead Productions, saluting Sean Strickland. Thank you for everything you do. I'm out.
It's been a really fun 24 hours, you guys. I've met a lot of fun people the last couple days. Oh man, well this week started off with Donald Trump. I think that I need to run a rally, Trump. Here's the thing, dude. I'm not saying that I vote for Trump in the primaries, you guys. I like the Trump, sir, but I'm not saying that I voted for him in the primaries. But if he gets the nominee, Trump 2024. But man, I think I gotta run a rally, man. I don't want to market to kids. I don't want kids. I don't want 7th graders to be like, oh, Sean Strickland. I don't want that audience. Like, oh. Same interaction. I meet this vampire. Like, dude, you wake up every day and you dress like a vampire. I don't know if he does or doesn't. Maybe it's just a wardrobe. But dude, you dress like a vampire, man. You look like the goth kid on South Park, and you go out in the world like this. Like, this only happens because you are in an insulated bubble. You guys don't understand. These people at these slap fights, they're not people, man. They're influencers. They're like, I interact with hundreds of people. I go snowboarding. No fan ever has anything better to say about me because I love you guys. But these people are not you guys. They are like, I can't explain it until you interact with these people and you're around them. It's like they have this weird God complex. And she is with a vampire drinking each other's blood. I mean, like, can you picture, it's like I came out of a time machine, and I came out of the 70s, and I'm walking down a gay pride festival in San Francisco. It's like, can you picture the shock and awe when I find out that he is with Megan Fox of Transformers with a broken down vehicle? I still can't wrap my head around it, guys. Can't do it. Man, I am the biggest advocate of women. I celebrate women. You want to be gay? I applaud you. Be who you want to be. Be happy. Race? There's not one race thing about me, you guys.
A few moments later.
Every time I have a race thought in my head, every time maybe there's some deep-rooted bigotry in my head that comes into my head, I actively acknowledge it and I combat it. And everything that is said about me is wrong. you know? So to say like, I'm controversial, like I'm not controversial, I'm a person going through life just like you guys. You know, it's actually kind of funny because I get called an influencer occasionally, you know? I don't know, man, I try not to suck, you guys, and I try not to suck, but it's very hard to be a good man. It's very difficult to be a good man. You know, it's very hard not to like the girl's photo. It's very difficult not to say untruths. It's very difficult not to lie. These are all things that as a man, you shouldn't do, but we all do it. It's impossible to be a good man. But if I were to be an influencer, I would be really happy that my message I speak. My influence isn't to sell yourself. It's not to be an internet troll. It's just to be a man and to try to be a good man. So if that is my influence, huzzah. And if it's not, then, well, maybe I should delete my Instagram. Guys, it's been a hell of 24 hours. Met Trump, got to fight an influencer, met a vampire, didn't know they were real, but apparently they are. I should have brought some garlic and a steak to that slap fight. I didn't know I was in danger. No wonder it was that night. But you know what? I love you guys, and it's been a hell of a ride, and I appreciate you guys, and we're going to keep rocking this until the wheels fall off or I go to prison. But you know, I'm just gonna stay in my house way more because apparently I can't leave my house. As Dana said, I shouldn't be around humans.
Sean Strickland tweeted that there may have been something between him and Machine Gun Kelly. Can you talk to me about what happened there?
You can't bring Sean Strickland around any other human beings. It's like...
So Jake Paul offered me $1 million, knowing that it is impossible for me to do that. And I actually talked to Hunter. And I was like, Hunter, I will fight this man. You let Conor McGregor fight Mayweather. This is an easier fight, easier money. Can I do that? And then Hunter explained to me. Hunter is like the left hand or right hand of Dana. They're equal. I don't know what they would be, but they're damn close. And Hunter explained to me that he sells no fights. That when they have fights, they give away tickets. That he doesn't make money. That his target audience is children. They don't buy pay-per-views. So a little depressing because I thought to myself, you know what? I'll take a payday beating up this man. That sounds easy enough. But sadly, Jake Paul is an influencer. He sells to children. Children don't buy pay-per-view. So I don't know, man. Get some adults to follow you, and then we will fight.
A few moments later.
So here's the thing, Jake Paul. You clearly know I can't fight you. We know this. The UFC knows this. We all know this. That me and you cannot fight. But what we can do, you can get in your fancy plane, you can fly your ass to Vegas, and we can have a little powwow. Because you know as well as I know what happens to that. I'll do it for free. I don't need a check. I don't need to live stream it. I will do it for free, sir. So if that is something you want to show everybody how big and hard that dick is, let me know when. And Jake Paul, I got knocked out by a world champion kickboxer, a two-time UFC champion. You got beat by a part-time boxer. You try to use to pad your record. You're an embarrassment to yourself, you're an embarrassment to me, and you're an embarrassment to the world. Enjoy.